Welcome back to Shots of Victory. I'm Blake.
And I'm Rocky.
In today's video, we'll be talking about on WWE Unreal Season 2 review / predictions for Season 3 / yes.
Yes.
As usual, let us know how you feel about it. What episode was your favorite? Which one you don't like? And what you want to see from next season.
Yeah.
Or what you'd rather have had seen this season. Yeah. Starting off with episode 1. First episode of season 2 of WWE Unreal focuses on Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and Pat McAfee. This episode focuses on Becky Lynch and a great deal as she talks about the time off she took in 2024. She talks about the online chatter about her and the reality she has to stay away for her daughter. Becky Lynch told us that she would be her final full-time run as a professional wrestler. It also talks about the match between Pat McAfee versus Gunther. This storyline pitched by Michael Cole. It was a good match, and Pat McAfee got his flowers. This episode shows Bruce Pritchard pitching for Pat McAfee to win against Gunther. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins doesn't really talk about too much.
Mm-hmm.
Becky Lynch. I think the most shocking part of this was that this is her final run.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like enough people are talking about this being her final run.
Mm-hmm. But how long is her final run going to be?
Contracts, I'm guessing 5 years.
Yeah, probably.
But that was last year.
So it's 4 years.
Yeah,
now.
4 years left.
Oh my god.
But I don't know what her actual contract says, but this says as a full-time wrestler.
Mm-hmm. So she's going to become part-time after that, is what you're guessing?
Like a Trish, kind of. Comes back once a year.
Yeah.
For Rumble, has a little feud after that, then disappears again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would guess. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she just stops between that to focus on her daughter as her daughter grows up.
Yeah.
I think by middle school or high school, she'll be fully retired.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when her daughter's in full middle school.
Yeah, when Rue's in middle school or high school, yeah.
Yeah. Pat McAfee versus Gunther was alright. I kind of liked it as a Pat McAfee fan. It kind of made me like him more.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cole being the one who pitched it was good. I like that it showed how they felt during it.
Yeah.
The fact that Bruce Pritchard wanted Pat McAfee to win is crazy.
It was crazy. I was like shocked by that.
But yeah. You have anything to say about it?
I felt like it was a good episode overall. I just felt like they covered the basics on that first episode.
Yeah. It was a good episode. What was last season's first episode? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think there's anything else I kind of wanted from this Backlash.
No, that was Oh yeah, that was Backlash.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have featured Randy Orton versus Cena, since that was like their main feud, basically.
I think they're waiting for all of Cena
mm-hmm.
for next season.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And we'll get into why we think about that later. Wasn't Lyra in this episode?
It was with her and Becky.
Yeah, I thought a little bit of Lyra was in every episode.
Yeah. This was them winning the tag titles in the turn.
Yeah. We'll get into whole Lyra stuff
mm-hmm.
by SummerSlam, I think.
Oh, the first episode was the Rhea injury. With her injuring her shoulder.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Lyra has a little piece of everything in like every episode.
Yeah.
But we'll wait until SummerSlam because I feel like SummerSlam's the biggest one.
Big blow off, yeah.
Episode 2. This was perhaps the best episode of the season. It focused on R-Truth and Naomi and their journeys in WWE, then getting released and coming back. Talks about the journey of R-Truth and how Road Dogg helped them get into WWE, and it shows how good of a friendship they have. Talks about Naomi walking out of WWE in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about Naomi's return. Shows R-Truth let go in his conversation, on his contract, kind of explained everything, and explained his surprise return at Money in the Bank. Let's start with the beginning. R-Truth and Road Dogg's relationship. Never really knew about it until this episode, but it was looking kind of nice. I liked it.
Especially that part where he was at the R-Truth concert.
Yeah.
I like that part.
I think this episode is probably the most emotional episode, just because of the R-Truth stuff.
Yeah.
Naomi walking out part I didn't really care about because we've heard about that for years now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of surprised they showed Sasha Banks a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, she was a big name in WWE, so it's
Yeah.
not like anything to be surprised by, I would say.
They kind of blew over Naomi's return in 2024.
Mhm.
They didn't like talk about it that much.
They spent like a minute on it, and that's it.
Yeah. I like to see Jimmy and Naomi's relationship. That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
R-Truth's contract situation.
It kind of felt fake to me.
Yeah. It felt real until Triple H would come in.
Yeah. And that's when it started feeling fake.
Because they said they were not renewing his contract.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like R-Truth is a smart enough person to know the difference between releasing and not renewing a contract.
Yeah.
Like, that was the only part. But at the same time, it's also R-Truth, so I don't know.
Well, he's a smart person behind the
Yes,
scenes.
I know. I don't know. That part just felt weird, but I'm not even gonna think about it because there's worse parts in the show that looks fake.
Yeah.
But seeing how emotional everyone was, them showing like all the comments and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they showed us who like all they told for it.
Yeah.
I like how they said they're gonna tell Pat, but not tell Michael Cole.
Mm-hmm. Because Michael's reactions are always the best.
Yeah, I like that they told all these people. I like that. Who they? No, that was a different next episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you have to say about it?
I like the Naomi and Jimmy relationship that you mentioned.
Yeah.
True stuff felt a little bit fake, but yeah, nothing really to complain about. Probably my favorite episode out of the 5.
Yeah. Episode 3. This episode was about the present and the future of WWE. Episode featured Seth Rollins when he formed the Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Paul Heyman was a focal point of the episode. Talks about Chelsea Green, shows her building her dream home, her disappointment about dropping the U.S. Championship. Talks about Penta a lot, showing how good he is and how much Paul Heyman loves him.
It kind of shocked me when Chelsea said she'd broken her nose 11 times in her career.
But also, knowing what she did at Lucha Underground, I'm not really surprised.
True. She was literally battling Penta, and I bet he broke her nose like 4 times at least.
Yeah. It also shows the Money in the Bank match, and LA Knight got a spot wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we'll go by this.
They seemed really angry about that spot.
When Triple H told Braun Breaker, that was a cool moment. I like that. How we could see Braun Breaker's true emotion.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed didn't really talk about too much. I kind of didn't realize how much Paul Heyman actually does. Because I feel like no one really talks about it. We kind of just all know him as the manager, and we kind of just all think of him as just the manager.
Yeah.
But he's actually a lot backstage I didn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Green, probably the lowest part of the episode. I liked her talking about her dream house, but I mean, the U.S. title, I didn't really care about too much.
Yeah, and that was I felt like that was a pretty bad match, and to just cover it felt kind of weird.
I hope they do talk about Matt. Oh wait, never mind.
Okay.
I don't care. It's my show. I hope they do talk about Matt Cardona's return and have Chelsea in that as well. Because I mean, she did a good part in like the episode part, like acting, like not acting, but like, you know what I'm trying to say.
Making the show watchable.
Like that part was interesting. It's just knowing how the match turned out. Didn't really care about it.
Yeah.
But I also like how much everyone just likes Chelsea Green.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like she should at least have one part in every single season that they do.
Yeah. Penta, nothing really too much. Kind of just showed his. I like this because it shows how human these people also are. Because I feel like a lot of people just know them for wrestling and kind of just think of them as only wrestlers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they are also still humans. So I like that they showed Penta's daughter in wrestling school. Yeah, Paul Heyman was really hyping up Penta. That was nice. Money in the Bank, not really talked about too much. Talks about LA Knight had a spot wrong. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it was just it would have gotten a little bit more of a pop, I guess. But they were like super upset about it for some reason.
The spot was supposed to be on top of the ladder. It was supposed to be Seth and LA Knight brawling on top of it. That was literally it. But
LA Knight just pulled him down, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's not of them yelling at them that should be talked about. It's how much they care about him. Because the spot getting missed doesn't affect them. It affects him. And they care about their moments. They were hoping he could get his big moment in that match.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I'm looking at it like that, it's kind of just them wanting him to get his spot. But yeah, that's episode 3. Yeah, anything else to say about it?
Not really. It was just kind of felt weird with the LA Knight spot, but yeah.
Yeah. Steph Curry ruled out Monday. Place to parlay on him. Alright, episode 4. This episode was a good look at the behind the scenes of what happened in the Seth Rollins injury, which WWE has rarely done. It shows how secret the operation was and how Seth and Becky had lied to everyone. Also shows the viewpoint of having Bayley miss WrestleMania, Becky Lynch trying not to take her spot. It also shows scrap plans where it had Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker, Trish Stratus versus To Be Determined at SummerSlam. This episode also showcased WWE Evolution in a big way. Naomi was shown preparing her cash-in. Rhea and Io were shown getting into our iconic match in the main event.
For the Trish Stratus thing,
yeah.
What do you think her
Tiffy?
Yeah, so she was supposed to dethrone Tiffy, I'm guessing, at Evolution. Why do you think they changed it?
Who did Tiffy end up facing?
It was her versus Trish at Evolution.
Oh. Because I'm guessing Trish just falled out of SummerSlam.
I guess. But what do you think they would had planned for her? Do you think she would have lost the title at SummerSlam?
I think Jade would have squashed her.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't even realize this was at SummerSlam. Yeah, sorry. Trish versus Jade at SummerSlam. Then had Jade. No. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
After knowing about that, it kind of made sense why the match turned out the way it was, because looking at the match, it felt rushed, like nothing was planned. But now we know that
it wasn't planned.
Yeah. Anyways, I like the Seth and Becky stuff. I like how Seth was talking about his daughter, how his daughter told her teacher, and her teacher was good with it.
Yeah. I kind of liked how they had the emotional breakdown of Becky for like lying, because I feel like it would be really hard to keep that from everybody without like telling anybody, and it must have been like a huge weight on her.
I like that they told us they weren't going to tell anyone. How they said they had to tell A-Night, but also I really like how they told Cody Rhodes. I know a lot of people said they don't like that, how they told Cody Rhodes, and they shouldn't have told Cody.
He's the face of the company, though.
And I like how Triple H described it, saying, "You're the face of the company, you're the face of the show, you should know these things."
Like, he should be knowing what all the storylines are happening, basically. Like, they told him about the R-Truth one as well.
Well, in his defense, he also was in the match, so that kind of
True. But, they, didn't tell Jay or Logan about it in the match.
True.
So, but they told Cody, which was something big. So
no, they did tell.
No.
I'm pretty sure he told Logan.
Because Logan was shocked about it after the match. Backstage, he was like, he didn't. R-Truth was like, he didn't know.
I thought he did. I thought they told Logan. No. Maybe it was. I'm thinking they told him afterwards.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Bayley part. I don't really care about Bayley, so I don't really care about it. Roman Reigns versus Braun, Trish versus To Be Determined wasn't really actually brought up. It kind of was just in the background.
Yeah. The Roman match would have been interesting, though.
Yeah. Evolution, I didn't really care about any of that. The main event, I don't really like how they showed us it preparing the match. Them actually preparing the spot.
Like the outside spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that's kind of the whole point of Unreal. But, like...
You should make it seem like the spots are real, like them landing there.
Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously, it's all scripted, predetermined. But, like, it's... Stuff like that, I feel like is better just not seeing because it... I don't know. I just didn't really like it. That's probably my least favorite part of the whole season.
Yeah.
I really didn't like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was really it.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything else about the episode?
No. I feel like we covered all the bases there.
Okay. Episode 5, this was the SummerSlam episode. This was the episode that got featured some of the matches from SummerSlam. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria was not a good match, and Lyra took the failure personally. John Cena tried to cheer her up, but it wasn't enough. Becky said that Lyra is the future of WWE. This episode also gives off the payoff to Seth Rollins cashing in. Jelly Roll featured the epic main event of John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Season 2 ended with the return of Brock Lesnar, and it ended with a teaser for Season 3 where the farewell tour of John Cena will be shown.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to, like, ask you after this was, like, where did you think that the Season 3 was going to go?
I'll say that after we get through the whole episode.
Okay. So
Lyra Valkyria got shown through mostly every single episode, right?
Yeah, except for episode 3, 2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah, I like that. I liked how we got one every episode.
Mm-hmm. It's like how they had, I think it was Chelsea last year in every episode.
I think that's what they're gonna do with Cena.
Okay, yeah, probably. That's why I think they probably kept off the Punk Randy stuff as well. I did like the Jelly Roll segment. That was probably my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah. Becky versus Lyra, I liked that they talked about how her messing up the spot was really bad, because to us it was also really bad.
Yeah, and it was also multiple spots that she missed in the match. And they were talking about how she wasn't in the right headspace during the match, I guess.
Yeah.
I just kind of felt like there was a lot of botches this year, and for them to just cover this in the LA Knight one kind of felt kind of weird to me.
LA Knight wasn't really a botch, but for what they were trying to do with Lyra and making us care about her, I felt like this was a really bad thing to do about Lyra.
Yeah, by showing us her mistakes instead of how incredible she could be.
Also, back to LA Knight, with them yelling at LA Knight, making us like feel sorry for him, felt so fake and so scripted.
Yeah.
That was like the most fake part I felt of the whole season. I felt like they were just building that emotion just to give him the big pop at Rumble.
Yeah, probably.
Seth's cash in. I mean, we kind of already knew everything about that.
Yeah, I did like the build up to it with them and Paul Heyman and Seth in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like that moment, yeah. Then on to John Cena and Cody. I felt like they kind of kept it short for this match.
Yeah, I think they kept it short just because they're going to get more detailed into it next season. You have anything else before we get into next season?
No.
Okay. Next season, where I think they're going to take it, I think they're going to do the whole retirement tour. I think they're going to start... I don't know. It's either going to start with... What do you think they're going to start with? Do you think they're going to start with Brock, or do you think they're going to start with Cody Randy?
You mean... Well, they already covered Cody in first season.
Okay.
So I think they'll probably do a small part on Randy, and then the Punk. I think those two will take up half an episode, and then the Brock stuff will take up the other half of the episode.
Okay, so you think they'll do the first episode will be the first half retirement tour? Like
yes.
The heel side of the retirement tour?
Yes, I would say so.
Episode 2?
I would probably think it's going to be the Punk, AJ Lee stuff.
Yeah.
At WrestlePalooza. And then maybe
Stephanie Valker.
Stephanie, yeah.
Episode 3.
That would be probably the Seth injury and the Punk winning the title. Start of the Drew Cody feud.
I was thinking more of... Wait, where are we at?
We're at Saturday Night's main event. In between the Crown Jewel. That's, yeah. So they would feature the Crown Jewel Seth injury.
Okay, I was thinking this was going to be, like, talk about a lot about AJ versus Cena.
Oh, yes. Okay, so they talk about that match, I would say. And
then Seth's injury.
Seth's injury, and maybe a little bit of the Punk win of the title. Then episode 4, I would probably say it's probably the Survivor Series stuff.
Yeah. And the Liv coming back, and then Cena's stuff at the Raws.
Yeah.
Episode 5 I'm seeing as the retirement tour, being back Dolph and Matt Cardona. I think that, and then the actual retirement of Cena.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit of the NXT matches on that show.
Yeah, I think not as much, but yeah, I still think a little bit.
One major thing that I'm surprised they didn't feature this season was the Goldberg retirement angle, which I was kind of surprised about.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I think they're trying to brush over it because of how controversial it was.
What do you mean?
With it, like, cutting out, and they're saying it was a horrible ending to him.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Not really. We really covered all my points that I already had.
Yeah.
So I feel like, what would you rate this season overall?
Probably like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7.5.
Yeah. They had some really good parts, but also some really bad parts. Episode 3 though, the R-Truth episode was really good.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's really it. As I said at the beginning, let us know how you feel about this. What episodes you liked, disliked, part 2 disliked or liked, and then what you think will be happening next season. Anyways, goodbye.
Peace.